Hey, good morning, my brothers and sisters of the Bahamas, and in fact, anywhere else in the world. Good morning, Facebook friends, family. Um, I want to ask a sincere question. I'm not, looking to stir, because I stir the pot, all on my own and whatnot. I'm not looking to try, drag anybody else into the pot. But I'm very interested to know, genuinely interested to know something. And, I ask this in sincerity. And if somebody wants to respond, the type individual that I will describe, and don't want it public. If you could private message me and just, I will give you my word that I won't share it if you don't want to. But I'm referring to PLP convention last night. And well, it's been going on this week and so forth. There's something I'm curious about is the number of young Bahamians. When I say young, I'm saying 30, 30 and under maybe. More specifically, those who may be voting for the first time. I see an awful lot of on Facebook, and I have a pretty decent following and a pretty decent friend list, and so I interact with quite a few Bahamians on a regular basis, and they are 99.99999% all disillusioned with the so-called dream, the Bahamian dream, which has yet to be realized, really. But what I want to know is, what is it, and I'm talking to those who genuinely see and consider the PLP the way forward for them as a young person coming up in the Bahamas. Whether you are college educated or not, I mean, if you've got some intelligence and you looked at the situation and you've decided that that is the way to go, I want you to explain to me why you feel that way. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not, people have choices and preferences and whatnot. That's totally fine. I don't have a problem with that. But I just want to know, for my own edification, for my own curiosity. I mean, because every government since we got majority rule day in 1967 has really, ultimately, when it comes right down to it, has failed to actually empower the masses. Yes, of course, there were many changes made and many things done that were necessary, and I'm glad a lot of those things happened. But, even up to the F&M in 92 winning finally, and then, they won again sometime later, and then the PLP's been in, and they are in now. That dream, yet still, the dream of the Bahamas being a place of real diverse commerce, diverse investment. No, we won't be a United States or Canada or Europe or countries in South America that, have a GDP of God knows what and, and manufacture things and produce things. No, we'll never be on that scale. But certainly, we could have an awful lot more going on in this country as far as investment, types of business, types of jobs that Bahamians could get, and especially that we are seeing so many kids, within the last 20 years, coming back, getting a college education, and some opting not to come back for obvious reasons. But what is it? How do you see the F&M? The PLP, if you've genuinely, looked at the situation and said, yes, I think this is the way forward. Tell me that you thought about it and and considered it and everything, I mean, obviously there are those who are because mommy and daddy was always PLP, or their friends are PLP, or maybe, you know, maybe some member of parliament or the party or some cabinet may have assisted you in some means, and even without asking and telling you, you will, well, I expect your support, and you feel that sense of obligation, and I understand that perfectly. Or, you know, if they've done something for you and you made a promise that you will support them, well, I absolutely expect you to follow through in that promise. And you give your word is your bond. But I'm trying to get to that individual who doesn't owe anybody anything, who is intelligent. That doesn't mean you have to have a college degree. Intelligence you're born with. Who is intelligent and has looked at the situation and says, you know, I think the PLP is the way forward. I mean, what have you seen, or what causes you to believe that? I mean, I'll tell you, and I'm not now in this video because it'll be too long, but I can tell you exactly why I'm supporting Doc Menace in this next election, even though we have, you know, a DNA option in my constituency of South Abaco. We don't have any independents or any of the other parties. We have F&M, PLP, and DNA candidates, and I can tell you exactly why I'm choosing to rock with Doc through James Albury in South Abaco, and I'll get to that at some point. But please, and I'm serious. I'm being dead serious and sincere with you. I'm not going to mock you. I'm not going to, you know, splash you all over Facebook and try to belittle you. If you come to me sincerely, I want a sincere, you know, explanation, you know, an evaluation of how you went about deciding and what caused you to, you know, to want to go to the PLP. Okay? I got a lot of PLP friends, and I never did roll like that as far as someone, you know, because you didn't agree with my political choices and whatnot. I never stopped talking to nobody because of politics, religion, or anything else. I don't roll like that. So I'm being very sincere with you, and I really would genuinely like to know. Okay, thank you, and I look forward to, you know, somebody responding. Like I say, preferably young people who either first time voting or relatively new to voting, and of course you have that much more of a future to look forward to than, you know, us old farts in our 50s. But yeah, please, and I would appreciate it, and everybody have a great day.